Come here. Welcome to the Famous Foxes Aftermath Show, live every Sunday on Leicester Fan TV. Come on, you Foxes. Good morning, Foxes. How the devil are you today? How's your weekend been so far? Well, we got them 3 points, didn't we? Are you happy? Are you unhappy with it? Let me know in the comments. You know what day it is? It's Sunday. It's 9:30 a.m. It's time for the Famous Foxes Aftermath Show, run by us fans in here for you fans out there. And you know what? Your opinion really matters. So get them comments in now. Let's get going. It's kickoff time. Come on, you Foxes!
The Leicester City machine is on the march again!
Leicester Fan TV presents a variety of content like fan discussions, match analysis, and engaging with Leicester fans worldwide. We want your views live, thanks to our sponsors, Everard's, Pucker Pies, Hologram, Take Me, Newbie & Co, and the Foxes Arms. For exclusive extra shows, behind the scenes, competitions and podcasts, subscribe to Leicester Fan TV today on Patreon.
Morning all. We'll start with the councillors. First comments I'm going to put up, the councillor. Morning Jamie and all. Got to enjoy any win in the Premier League. Yes, we have got to enjoy any win in the Premier League. Where's that one, chaps? Sorry, wrong comment. Let's just get that. What was that to say? Hope this ain't just a one-off win. No, Alf, I hope it ain't a one-off win. Chapstar. Morning, Jamie. Happy with the results, but people will still be dripping as usual. Bread and dripping, lard and dripping. Not quite sure on that comment, pal. Morning, Wayne. Morning, Nick. Yes, Raymond, finally a win. Yes, great. 1 point behind Man U. So we can't be doing that bad. On that note, I'm going to bring Reedy in. Reedy, 1 point behind Man U. What do you think to that?
I know, it's amazing, isn't it, mate? Finally got the win we kind of eventually deserved. But yeah, we'll get into that a bit later.
Reedy, this comment's for you. Morning, Jamie. No reason for negativity today. Positivity all round. Come on, you Foxes. Come on then, Reedy. Hit me with the positivities that you've got from yesterday's performance, if you have any.
We got 3 points.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's the only positive. that was one of the only positives from yesterday. I can't lie. I can't lie.
So the only positive was we got 3 points. Defended like beavers. We built a dam. No one could get by it. Clean sheets. Good defensive performance. Home win. Cooper's first win for Leicester. And all you can go is 3 points.
There's positives to come out of it, but for me, there's still issues, in my opinion, that the win has covered over in a way. I feel like, for me, I don't think we had the best defensive performance. Yes, we didn't concede, which was the main thing. We got a clean sheet, was the main thing. But I think we were asking for a lot of issues in the second half due to certain not substitutions or players really struggling. Like I say, for instance, JJ was getting absolutely pelted on the wing. So for me, there was things where we probably could have done it to make it a bit easier for us. But
what you're saying is, just got to do some bit of wallpaper in here. And just put that bit of paper over that crack like that just there. Cover it up. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I tell you what, there's some fans out there that need to give it the Reds a wobble. We won. We got 3 points. Let's build on it. Let's build on it.
It is amazing that we got 3 points. And again, the next 3 games, I was saying 9 points out of the 4 games. And we've got 3 of them already.
Lose yesterday.
No, not at all. Not at all. We didn't. I'm glad we won. I want Cooper to succeed. I want us to be up in the league. I want us to stay up. That's the main thing. If we stay up now, if we stay up and we get the wins, then I'm not going to be annoyed. For me, the reason why I was annoyed the last 5 or 6 games was because of the performances and how the system and style we play isn't going to be good enough to win games. And eventually, it's finally won the games. It is. Like I said, that is the main thing. 3
That's
points.
what we wanted. I'm just going to bring Jono in. Morning, Jono. Chris, I'll bring you on in a second, pal.
Morning.
Comment from Aggie here. A win is a win. Yes, was under pressure in the second half, but this is the Premier League. No easy games. Wout Fez, Okoli had great games, and even Ayew put in a good shift. Jono, would you agree with all of them comments, or are you on the side of Reedy?
I'm 60-40 inside of the other side. I think it's really good. We've got the 3 points. You can't, even if you just scrape a win, it's 3 points, isn't it? You can't always play really well all game, but I do agree with some aspects where we need to improve a lot. We need to improve on the consistency of the sloppiness. Passing out from the back has almost cost us the game a few times. But, look at all the things. Matt Hermanson is one of the best informed goalkeepers in the league at the moment. Some would say he's pulling off is mad. Indeed, he's got the second most assists in the league. Okoli, in fact, had a wonder game yesterday. So you got to weigh up the positives and the negatives. And I think 1 loss in 5 isn't bad.
No, it isn't. It isn't. Let's bring Chris in because Chris has been waiting in the background. Morning, Chris. How are you?
Morning. Very well, thank you. How are you?
Like Peter Taylor says. Oh, Peter Taylor. I hope that's not Peter Taylor as in Caterpillar. Confidence building for the team. Now we must push on. That's got to be the plan now, isn't it, Chris?
Oh no, absolutely. I think we did absolutely brilliantly in the first half. Yes, okay. Second half we could have done better, but at the end of the day, Bournemouth came back with us with a lot of fire, and we defended really, really well. So we just need to keep going and into the Southampton game, and we'll come away with another win.
Like Liam says, confidence builder yesterday. On to the next game, Southampton away. And I know this sounds a bit defeatist already, but I would be happily take a point from there, win your home games, draw your away games. That's what I've been saying for absolutely years, especially in the Premiership, reading.
I get your point of getting a point away, but Southampton have lost 6 and drawn 1. This should be, for me, nothing but a win. And that means, and away as well, I know it's hard, but with 6 losses and a draw.
So what you're saying then, Reedy, if we don't win, you're going back on the out bus instead of on the in bus.
I'm not saying I am on the out bus. I'm just saying that the things.
I think Reedy wouldn't be happy unless it's another 9-0 thrashing.
No, I feel like there is still issues that I still think need sorting. I'm not denying that we got a win yesterday. And it was brilliant to see, but there is still issues that we need to focus on to sort to make sure we're not basically shitting ourselves in the last moments of the game. We want to make sure we run out of games with a clear mind to say we deserve to win that game. Because I don't feel like we did deserve to win it because we did win it, but it could have easier been 1-1 with the amount of chances that Bournemouth did have.
You got,
but it wasn't.
But
that's the point. It wasn't.
But what really saying is that there's mistakes happening that are easily avoidable. Like, if we pass out from the back, we can't lose it in the final third, and then go back to ultra defensive again. We need to improve on that. But on the other hand, we got the win. Be really positive. Once you get the first win out of the way, that pressure's gone. We can now have the chance to we've got 2 weeks now to prepare for Southampton, who we thrashed in the Championship, right? Only 4 months ago, we thrashed them to almost win the Championship. You know what I mean? So we can go there with positivity.
I've just seen a comment here. I can't see it now. I can't remember who, but I can't find it. Do you think we perform better without Winks in the team? Not for like bringing him on the last 10 minutes where people think Will should have gone off and he should have come on, but the actual start of the game, because I thought we played a lot better without him, to be fair.
We were certainly more attacking minded without him, because we certainly we were pushing in the first half, and I'm sorry, I'm still fuming about that penalty. Not penalty, it was a penalty.
Well, come on,
every day of the week. Every day of the week. But anyway, but no, we were pushing, and I think Winks is more defensive minded. We were more attacking minded in the first half. I understand why people are saying, why didn't Winks come on in the second half when we were more defensive? I get that. But I think if you're pushing forward and you're attacking minded, then that scores goals, and that's what we did.
Yeah. See, I don't think I agree with Nick here. Winks hasn't been that great so far this season. Jono, do you agree with that? Winks hasn't been brilliant, has he?
I think we're still on the hype of him doing phenomenal in the Championship, but I think more balance with Wolf, because Wolf has been trained to do both. He can go attacking and he can also do defensive. And if we have Winks, Skip and Winks, it's just too much. We need to have that balance. So bring him on as a sub to keep it steady. But Budnetti, Skip, and called the last player, Wilf would be a much better midfield.
It looked at yesterday, didn't it? It looked at yesterday. Andy Meadows says KDH took the pressure off Winks. Probably a little bit he did last year, but Winks hasn't looked the player he was last year, has he, Reedy?
It's difficult because I feel like you don't need to notice him for him to play well, because like I say, last year you never thought he had an amazing game, but he was always a 7 or 8 out of 10. And for me, again, I don't think he's been awful. People said that it was awful against Everton, which I didn't agree with, but there is parts where, like you say, you took him out and we won a game. Does that make a difference? Has that made a difference in winning the game to drawing the game? Maybe, I don't know, but it's difficult because if anything, I would prefer to have Winks in there instead of Ndidi. But that's just me because I'm not a big fan of Ndidi at the moment. But
he's got 4 assists, second most in the league.
I'm not going to deny that. I just don't think the way we want to play suits him over Winks, but that's just how I look at it.
So I'm going to talk about the penalty now because Craig's brought it up. BBC didn't even show it on Match of the Day.
Because they know it was a blatant handball.
Because it's the VAR and everything like that is so bloody corrupt, it's untrue.
Mm-hmm.
How, please tell me, how your hand being up here is not an unnatural position? Because you try running or walking with your hands up there.
Everyone's not running around like this.
VAR have actually come out and said, because me and Michael was doing the watch along, we actually saw it. And as the VAR come out and said that apparently it hit they're making out that it hit the heel of the football in front before it hit the hand, so therefore the person couldn't get his hand out the way. Rubbish. Didn't go anywhere near his heel.
They're trying to punish us in other ways, aren't they? Trying to punish us. They can't get us in the points deduction, so they're trying to VAR against us.
Well, I was saying that in the bar yesterday. They're trying to get the points back somehow. That's the only way they're going to get the points back. But apart from VAR, we had chances throughout the game. Reedy, Vardy with that miss. I don't know what Vardy was doing with that.
He was trying to put it round the left side, but he tried to curl it round the left, but he scuffed it. That's why he went.
He should have just put his foot behind it and allowed it into the top corner.
He should have lamped it as hard as he can, top right corner.
It's typical Vardy, innit? As in the fact is, that's going to come in. That that's normally going to be a goal. So when he doesn't do it, you think, how the hell has he missed that? Because you know how clinical he can be in front of goal. So it is annoying. Again, that moment could have made it 2-0 and it could have been a lot easier for us. The penalty shout could have made it a lot easier for us if we scored the penalty as well. And yeah, like I say, there's a lot of good performances in that team. I think I will agree with. I think there's many shouts for man of the match performances, but we'll obviously talk about that later. But yeah, again, I'm not going to deny it. We did well to stay at 1-0, and I just think we need to improve going forward with maybe a few of the substitute changes that would help a few players out in a way.
I just want to think about, do you know how we keep saying, we just scraped to win? I saw a really good comment earlier. Did Bournemouth play? Did we play well or did Bournemouth play bad? No one here thought Bournemouth played bad, did they?
No.
I thought Bournemouth the second half came out a lot better. And
they came out stronger.
We were struggling. I think we were struggling. I think we were struggling.
But we beat a team that played. If we beat a team that played rubbish, they would say, "Oh, we got they played rubbish." If we beat a team that played well, surely that must mean something.
Yeah, probably better than what it was.
Craig's made a decent. Me and Reedy were talking about this beforehand.
Yeah,
Cooper was still late with his substitutions.
Yeah,
Reedy, hit me with what you think should have been the right substitutions and when the substitution should have been made.
Okay, so I think there was in the first half when indeed he had the yellow card. Second half, maybe 50, 60th minute, I would have brought on Winks to take that issue out of the game in case he did kind of have another challenge and get booked again. It's made it a red. JJ was getting absolutely slaughtered down that right hand side or left hand side if you're talking about their attack, and he needed changing or needed someone to support him. So I would have brought on Fatu earlier to cover him as well, like he did later on, or bring Ricardo on. But as of what we know, he's not going to get put in. So Fatu was probably my choice to cover him. People say he's not defensively minded. I'm sorry, he can do just as much defensive minded performance over AU for me. And then it's just about the wingers. Like for me, AU just has to come off. I think he can't keep doing 90-minute games for me. Don't get me wrong, done well. AU did well, but at a 78th minute get in the game, his legs will be hurting and he'll be tired. So I would have brought on either Elkanus or someone else in that midfield just to bolster it, like we did with Sumare.
Yeah, like Dawn says, after 7 games, he's still not got his timing of his subs right. But neither did Enzo, neither did Rogers. Rogers was a late substitution. Enzo was late substitutions. Enzo was moaning last year about his substitutions, how the players looked tired in the first game, but he only made 1 substitution. So it's a rule for one. It's one rule for one.
Do you think
everyone seems to forget about that? About Enzo.
Do you think they were scared to change it like we did at Palace and it made them
to change the formation?
I don't know about changing formation. I just don't think.
No, not change formation.
I think they're scared to bring someone on to mess up like we did at Palace. They brought on Cody and he messed up. I think they're scared to bring someone on in case it ruins the momentum of the game.
But by not doing that, our players then get tired and therefore we mess up anyway.
So don't change the defence, change the midfield, and then sort of.
Chaps just made it. Well, the word I was trying to use, late subs will impact, or not impact on the next game, but impact the players actually playing, and it will change the mindset of what players are coming on. That's what I was trying to think. Not the formation. I forgot the wrong word that was. Sorry, I'm just reading that comment there. But yeah, I think sometimes it impacts the game itself and it changes the players' mind, the mentality of how they're playing by changing it around too much.
I think Tom mentioned on his review as well that I didn't notice this, but I don't know if anyone else noticed it. Apparently, FaZe was shouting at Cooper, like pointing to the right back position and saying you need to change it because he was the captain after Vardy went off.
Yeah, and on the TV,
apparently that's what was happening. I didn't see it, but Tom apparently noticed it and said that FaZe actually shouted at the Cooper and said we need this sorting because it wasn't like we were getting pelted down that wing.
I've not actually seen that. I've seen it on social media, but there's a lot of people moaning at Cooper on social media. Full stop.
You see.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of people would have wanted us to lose yesterday just so they could carry on with their so-called agenda of wanting to get Cooper out. There's a lot.
But the thing is, though, this is the thing. It's not. I still believe that. Firstly, it's too early to say, and secondly, I genuinely believe this is not Cooper doing his work. I think this is the Premier League trying to screw us.
Oh yeah, the ref yesterday was absolutely.
The referee yesterday, you saw if you were watching the watch along I did yesterday with Michael, you could see how many times I disrespected the referee. As a referee's son, I know what I'm talking about. But no, the referee's decisions were diabolical yesterday. They were absolutely awful.
The worst one was when they scored
yet again.
The worst one out of the lot was when they scored their goal, which was offside, because the moment before our player got fouled.
Yeah, got fouled.
They ran up the pitch. JJ tackled him, fouled him, gave him a free kick. Which again, the moment that happened, I said they're going to score from this. Yes, we were lucky to get it to VAR offside, but again, them sort of things just happened to us because I never believed in they want to take the points off us. But every game now going forward, it just looks like it's getting worse and worse every moment.
this game penalty.
It's getting there. It's getting to the point where it's actually going to be true, because I didn't want to believe it. I don't think that they can be that bad to try and take points off us, but every game it's just getting worse and worse.
The Premier League decided last week's referee wasn't going to referee in the Premiership this week. The lad we had against Arsenal, he's been dropped down to the lower league football.
Surprise, surprise.
He didn't get a Premier game this week. Not VAR, not fourth official, nothing. He got dropped. That's a drop in. That's going on the bench. Not even on the bench. That's out of the match day squad if you get dropped down to the lower league football.
Oh, yeah.
No, the referee yesterday was absolutely shambolic.
Dorner says, "What? Go on. Sorry, hold on, Chris. Dorner says, want Cooper to do well for us. Hold on. Want Cooper? Oh, come on, computer. I'm having a few.
Do you want me to read out for you?
No, I've got it. Want Cooper to do well. We all want the best from our club and give him the best chance of staying up, which is totally true. That's all I want. Everyone keeps saying, what's your agenda? Why you keep disagreeing? I'm not disagreeing with anyone. Everyone has their own opinion. My agenda is I want the club to do well. I want the club to stay up.
That's what everyone. That's what everybody wants.
No, not everyone, really.
No, I'm not. If we stayed up with Cooper and we actually got the wins we wanted, as in the next 3 games now, if we got 2 wins and a draw or just 2 wins and a loss, then I would say that a majority of fans who were Cooper out would be more happy, because we're getting the wins we probably need to. Whereas at the moment, I don't think they're happy with what we've got, other than obviously yesterday.
This constant belittling of the manager doesn't help the club whatsoever. That's what I'm trying to get at. People might think, oh, I'm being aggressive to people and not listening to their opinion. Yes, I am listening to their opinion. But why are you having a go at a manager that's only been here for 2 or 3 months and had 7 games? This constant belittling, backbiting, jumping on his back, having a pop at him is awful. You don't need it. No. He has social media. He reads a newspaper, if anyone has newspapers anymore. He goes online. He sees it.
But the only thing is, though, this is what I respect. This is why I respect Cooper. This is where I respect him, because when he got interviewed a couple of weeks ago, and he said he was asked, he could hear the crowd saying how angry they were with him. And he got asked about that, and he said, I take that on board. I take on, the fans are behind the club, but at the end of the day, I use that to make myself better. That's the response you want. Not a case of, oh, if they don't like it, I'm going to leave. Enzo's words.
Yeah. People need to realise we're not the same club as what we are 4 or 5 years ago. I totally agree with that. We're
no
not
club is.
Club. Some fans still think we're a top 10 club, and we're going to be challenging for Europe, and we're going to be winning games comfortably. We're not. We're in a totally different situation. But we need to get behind every man, every manager, the backroom staff, the club, the players, the physios, everything. You need to get behind them. Not this jumping on the backs and having a pop at every single moment. We all make mistakes in life.
If anything,
we've all made mistakes.
If anything, the all this hate for Cooper at the moment, apparently Cooper says that's just stuff that will help me grow in a way, or whatever the words were. He said this criticism pushes him on, so hopefully that might be a good thing for him. I don't know.
And that's much better than hearing Enzo's words. We say, if they don't like it, I'll just leave. So when you say things like that, we would then say, go on then.
The thing is,
we're the ones that spend the money to watch the club.
Hold on, Chris. This comment. We are a top 10 club.
We're not.
A top 8
we were.
We're not. We were 4 or 5 years ago. We were. Now we've just come up. How can we be a top 10 club when we've just come up? Please explain. How can we be classed as a top 10 club?
Do you know what? If we were to get 6 to 7 points in the next 3, which I think is doable with who we've got, I honestly think from that point on, where we are going to be mid-table and we're not going to be in that bottom area for a while, that could push us on to actually get wins without feeling like we've all got pressure on us. And I feel like we could actually get mid-table if that was the case in the next couple of games. I honestly think that would be, because the pressure would be off us and we'd be able to play without feeling like we can't win a game.
But there have been games, really, where when we have been pressured, we perform better.
Maybe
Like,
so,
I mean,
maybe so.
The Arsenal game, for example, you know, we were absolutely under the cloche, and then all of a sudden we brought it back to 2-2. All right, we lost it in the end, but at the end of the day, we still pushed them, we still fought. So we seem to recover. We seem to, we might be 1, maybe 2-0 down, but we seem to recover well, and we then start to fight
Maybe
afterwards.
so. Yeah, maybe so. I'm just saying, if you think about it now, we're on, 7 points now, or 6? I think we're on 7.
6
We're on
points.
6.
Yeah.
If we win 2 or draw 1 in the next couple of games, if that's to be the case, that's another 7 points. That's us on 13 or 14 points. That could be a massive start for us to push on without thinking we're in the relegation battle already. Like, I'm not saying we're going to finish top 10. I'm just saying
14.
with that little gap between the bottom, who've got 1 point, 3 points, and we're on 14, because we're going to be beaten. If we do win the next couple of games, we'll be beating the ones who are in them bottom spots. We could honestly push on.
At the start of the season, most of us said, well, 17th, we'd be happy with 17th and build on it. Now, all of a sudden, because we're not doing that well, people are going, well, we're a top 10 club. We should be doing it. We should be beating Bournemouth out of sight. We should be beating Palace out of sight. We should have beat Fulham out of sight. Fulham gave Man City a run for the money yesterday. No easy game. Palace gave Liverpool a run for the money yesterday. Not an easy game. So I don't know what
Bournemouth gave Man City a game.
Stay again, Chris.
Bournemouth gave Man City a game.
Yeah. There's a comment there from, where is it? Locks. No way are we a top 10. Yeah, but people out there still thinking we're a top 10. What position? Hold on a minute. What position, Leon? What position are we finishing then, Jamie? I'll take 17th. Like I said,
17th for goal difference. I don't care.
I will take 17th day one this year. Anything higher than 17th, I'll be over the moon with. But I will take.
I'm still saying 14th.
I will take 17th.
I think Leon was talking to me about that. I'm guessing, because he just the comment below. He said, so we are finishing top 15th in your club, in your opinion. I honestly, if we get the next couple of wins on our belt, which after this win yesterday, we could do. I think we could finish nowhere near that relegation zone, in my opinion, because I think then it will give us more freedom to play without having pressure on us to win a game. I honestly think. No, I know, that's what I'm saying. Southampton, Forest, Ipswich. If you can get 2 wins or even a win and a draw, I think that's where we can push on. Because then we'll be out of that relegation.
It looks so much better.
Yes, exactly. You'll be on 9 points and Southampton will be on 1. That's the difference. That means they've got to win at least 2 or 3 games to catch up.
The thing is, we're still 3 points clear and 2 goals clear of the relegation zone at the moment. So, and I mean, I laughed about that. I know it's early days, but I laughed about this. We're only 1 point behind Manchester United.
Yeah, I said that earlier.
I was laughing about it, but I was like, hey, we're 1 point behind Man United. Okay, they haven't played yet.
But is that because of how good we're doing, or is that because of how crap Man United are?
Man United are doing dreadfully.
We're 1 point behind Man United.
Mr. Six-Sitter, let's forget about Man United. We're talking about Leicester now. Mr. Six-Sitter has made a good comment. We've changed from a team capable of beating the top 6 on our day to a team that needs to beat those around us. It's true. That is our level of performance. Even though on paper we have a squad that should be better than where we are, that's the level we're at, Reedy, at the minute, I'm afraid.
I'm not denying that. I'm not saying that we should be beating all these top teams. I'm just saying that the likes of Villa, the likes of Spurs, the performance, like the style of play for me was just not there. And even Tom's agreed that we're not seeing a style of football that's consistent. I feel like we're not getting that system yet. But we've got the win, and hopefully that pushes us on. And again, looking at the table, and we're only 1 point behind United, who is actually obviously doing awful at the moment. A couple of wins now against Southampton or Ipswich or even Forest will really push us on to hopefully get a lot better of a season. I do agree with that. I do admit that.
The thing is, we played against teams like Arsenal and Spurs. We didn't walk away and think we got absolutely annihilated. We lost 6-0. We got dumped. We gave Spurs a very good game. Second half, we played amazing. We drew. Arsenal cruising 2-0. But second half, we gave them a very good game. We're not like Arsenal are title contenders, and we're giving them they walked out of that thinking, bloody hell, we scraped through there, didn't we? We give them top teams a very good game. That's what I'm hopeful of. We're not easy to beat. You don't walk into Leicester and think, right, this is going to be a piss easy game. It's not. We give the team a very good game.
I mean, like, where's that? Put Andy's comments on here. Where's it gone? There it is. To listen to some of the fans, you think we're rock bottom. We've still only lost 3 games. I'd rather be in our position at the moment than Southampton or Ipswich. True.
Absolutely.
We're not in that position. What we are? 15th, I think it was. We are.
We're 15th.
Yeah.
15th. We're not at the bottom of the table with 1 point. We're 15th with 6 points after 7 games. Maybe we could have had 2 or 3 more. Maybe a bit more luck. Maybe 2 more points at Palace. But maybe 8 points we should have been on. But what more I don't understand what some people actually want from this season. I really don't. But considering at the start of the season, most people said 17th.
Here we go then. I'll ask you a question before we finish. The next 3 games, you've got Southampton, Forest, Ipswich. 2 of them away, 1 of them at home. How many points are you saying is good for them teams? Bear in mind, 2 of them are at the bottom of the table.
4.
And one of them is
Hold
quite
on a minute.
high.
Hold on a minute. Jamie in his own bubble, chatting shit. Every Leicester fan wants his team to do well. It's just, at the moment, Cooper, the number 1, holding us back at times.
I think he's talking to me. I think he's talking to me.
Well, I'm not sure. I don't know
It
who he's
might be.
talking to. Well,
I think it's me.
go on then. So, I don't understand in his own bubble. We all want Leicester to do well. Cooper's not holding us back. Cooper's the only man that wanted the job. Enzo walked. Please remember that, Richard. Enzo walked and dropped us in the shit.
And also, we're fighting. We're actually fighting. We're not holding back. We're not just sitting back and hoping to scrape a win. We're actually fighting. That's come from Cooper. That's not come from Enzo. Enzo's mentality was defend, and hope we get him on a counter. Cooper's is actually, we're going to fight for it.
We can't crap talk Enzo too much because he's got an disarray Chelsea to 3rd. But apart from that,
I was referring to when he was manager of us.
Yeah.
Because again, he was just defend, and hope we get something on the counter.
Let's not
That's
forget
not how to play.
Let's not forget, 2 months ago, everyone thought we're going down because we've got a 15-point deduction coming. He was the only manager to come in and think, right, I want to try and turn this around for Leicester. It's not like, the club's in a great spot, we'll get Cooper in. It was like, we're in a really bad spot, we need a manager. Yeah? Am I wrong?
I thought this was the Fox's Aftermath show talking about Leicester, not everyone talking about Locks coming on. Is it because you want some Cooper out chat? I can always get him on if you want. If you want some Cooper out chat, that's fine. If you want Cooper out all the time in an argument, then that's fine. But please, if you want to speak to Locks, go to his channel and watch him on his channel, not keep asking for him to come on here. Which,
at the end of the day, though, I still firmly believe Cooper's doing a brilliant job, certainly because of the fact that he's making us fight, which is what we've been asking for the past 2-3 seasons, both under Rodgers and under Enzo. We don't want playing at the back and hope we get him on the counter. We want fighting. So I think he's doing an absolutely brilliant job. And heck, we've got 6 points on the board, not 0. We're not rock bottom. We're not, 20 points adrift? We're 3 points clear at the moment. So I think he's doing a brilliant job.
Right. So I would want 5 points, Reader, from what that question you asked. Sorry about that. I would want 5
points. 1 win and 2 draws.
Yes.
Okay.
On that.
Again, for me, that's fair. I think 5 for me is, I would say minimum, but I'd say 6 points, as in 2 wins and a loss. For me, is better.
There's only 1 home game, isn't there? And 2 away. Yeah.
Forest is the home game.
Yeah.
I think 4 is good enough.
I'd be happy I thought, oh well, that's a defeat in there. I wouldn't want to defeat.
I'd take 2 wins and a loss.
I'd want unbeaten. If we get 7 points, like Dale said, we get 7 points, I'd be quite happy. 5, a win and 2 draws. Forest home win, 2 wins.
Just don't lose the Forest.
Well,
Don't lose to Forest. No, don't lose to Southampton. Southampton. That's the biggest one.
Right.
No, I mean we can still crash them 9-0. Let's say, yeah, because let's face it, it's away. We did that away at their ground a few years ago, so we can do it again.
We're not going to play 9-0 bingo this year, pal. We're not going to do that one. Although we beat them 4-1 last year at their place, didn't we? That's
we did, and we were all over them. We were all over them like a rash. So we can beat Southampton, and we can do it comfortably.
Oh, I forgot we ain't talked about man of the match, have we? Christ.
No. Very quickly, man of the match. I would say FaZe.
Yeah, same. FaZe for me. It was a brick wall.
FaZe and Akoli are becoming a bit of a decent partnership now.
They're both man of the match.
It's
Akoli.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I think both of them deserved a man of the match shout. I don't think anyone else kind of was to the level of that. I think FaZe could easier got it. Akoli was good as well.
FaZe is the one for me as man of the match. He sort of led.
Was that his first captaincy?
Yeah,
yes, it was. No, Vardy was captain.
No, I'm saying that when Vardy went off, he got given captain. That's the first time I've ever seen FaZe get.
Oh, right, I didn't notice that. Yeah, I think so. Well, he's the most experienced one on the park, I would have thought.
FaZe was brilliant for me.
Anyway, Chris, thanks for joining me, pal.
No problem.
We shall see you later. Well, in a couple of weeks, because it's International Week. Hey!
Yes. Hey!
But right, we shall see you later, Chris. Thanks a lot for joining me, pal.
No problem.
Be good. Jono, cheers, mate. Once again from Geordie Jono. Be good.
Geordie Jono. Enjoy the 2 weeks of the win. We've got 2 weeks to enjoy, not just one.
Hey, I've got 13 days left at work. That's what I'm more thinking about. When we play our next league game, that's our last day on the 19th of October. Hey!
There you go.
Looking forward
to
it. All right,
good
Jono,
international break.
Be good, mate.
See you later.
Cheers. Thanks, Carlos, for watching. Callum, keep the faith. Bowen Naughty, man of the match. Yes, I think it could have been him, but I've gone for FaZe. There was 3 contenders, wasn't there, Reedy? Bowen Naughty, FaZe, and Okoli, really, wasn't there? So anyone that said that, have you bought Sam a pint? I'm trying to run a business, not a charity.
Wow! And you're slowing me a pint, so I'm going to eventually come over. I'm having it.
You've done some work for me, haven't you? So I'll get you a pint. You've done a little bit of work for me behind the scenes. So, yeah, I'll get you a pint. There's no problem there. Pint of water, tap water. That's free, isn't it?
No.
All right, then, Reedy. I shall see you later, mate. Be good. Sorry, Reedy, what you say?
Adios.
All right then. See you later. All right then, lads and lasses, much appreciated. Just remember, in a couple of weeks, it's going back to winter hours. So make sure it's 10 o'clock start. So make sure you remember that. Not 9:30, but 10 o'clock. So it's ciao, adios, goodbye, yaki da. Come on, you foxes. There goes the final whistle.
The Leicester City machine is on the march again.
Leicester Fan TV presents a variety of content like fan discussions, match analysis, and engaging with Leicester fans worldwide. We want your views live, thanks to our sponsors, Everard's, Pucker Pies, Hologram, Take Me, Newbie & Co, and the Fox's Arms. For exclusive extra shows, behind the scenes, competitions and podcasts, subscribe to Leicester Fan TV today on Patreon.